Hi, Nikki. Nice to meet you.
I love you too.
Congrats on Crescent City. I thought it was great.
Oh, thank you. Thank you very much.
Yeah, of course. I thought Jacqueline Waters was the most likable of the bunch in this
Oh,
movie.
you did? Oh, that's interesting. Thank
No,
you.
I mean, I was rooting for her. I know she's got her own kind of secrets you find out along the way, but I thought she was very appealing, and yeah, your performance was wonderful. And I was curious, what was your favorite part about playing Jacqueline?
Um, I think it's, with these particular projects, you do get a very small time to shoot them. You don't get 3 months like we used to. We usually get, if we're lucky, we get 3 weeks. So trying to develop a character and shoot things completely out of order, we're all in a state of the discussions are really important off camera, like where would we be at this point, and where have we come from. And RJ does a great job of really sort of sitting with us going, okay, you've just come from this, so you've got to be in, you do have to look at it that way. But getting to play her and around these guys who have really big personalities, they're obviously incredible actors with huge careers. You quickly step into a set with them and you got to find yourself, your character, your reactions, and feel everything as quickly as possible. And then at the same time, let everything go and just chill out. So it's like this sort of weird balancing act of trying to make it all come to life as authentically as possible. I mean, I met Terrence, and that one morning, him and his beautiful wife come in the trailer. I meet them. We get makeup, head straight to set, and we're into a deep conversation instantly in our scene the very first day. Uh, if people only knew the bizarreness of that and how quickly you have to pivot and just get on with it and jump into something with a complete stranger, even though I obviously know his work, but to jump into this huge scene with someone, not, there's a magic in kind of just letting everything go and just sort of letting the words guide you through the storyline, and which happens. I just wish we always had more time, because the longer you spend with a character, the better they become.
Of course, yeah, that makes sense. I'm such a fan of his as well. I mean, ever since the '90s, Hustle and Flow, and
He's so cool. Yeah, I
and
feel the same
yeah,
way.
yeah. But that's great. That's always nice to hear. I hope I can chat with him one of these days. But
Yeah.
yeah, that and yeah, your chemistry with him. I mean, those are some of the best scenes in the movie. Your moments with his character, and yeah, because
Yeah.
he's also likable. His I think you two are the most, because some of the other guys in the movie, not so much, more villainous. So
Yeah. Isai's character is so funny because it's so funny. I know Isai's one of my mates and he's the most lovable person. He really is, but he plays these wildly wicked characters. And I always go, like, it's just because if you know him, he is hysterical
yeah.
and he sings and he's musical, and like, so to see him drop into these sort of roles, he's a wonderful actor. He really is. He's a lot of fun to work with too.
I actually worked with him briefly. I had a tiny role in a Netflix project he was in. He and I crossed paths, and he was nice to me. But then yeah, you see him play these terrible characters, and you're like, what?
Like, you're so nice. Where did this actress come from? I know he does it well.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah, well, that's great. And yeah, it sort of brings me to my next point. Your character, she's a lot of her scenes, you're outnumbered by male characters, and when you were performing, in production, did that ever do you feel that that had an effect on your performance? Did that help drive your performance? That a lot of the times it's you and three other guys, four other guys, a room full of
Yeah.
males.
It's a lot of big energy.
Yeah.
Very famous, amazing, badass, big energy,
Yeah.
big characters. And yeah, I'm sort of, there I am, 5'4", making my way through, so but at the same time, they're all so professional. I always felt incredibly protected in that environment. They were all trying to get the best out of each other and were so supportive. And they have a good laugh and good giggle. Everybody treats everyone equally I mean, really profound from everybody. Especially you've got big personalities coming from all different walks of life, coming to a small space and creating something very powerful with a lot of emotion quickly. All sorts of things can go off.
Yeah.
This was such a great cast of people, and everyone just gelled and got along so well. I really, really like everyone that was a part of this movie was really special. They're still my mates, and I just really, really respect the environment that we were in and was so grateful. I was really well taken care of. And listen, it's for me, it's always like I can't get too in my head about walking onto set with guys like that. Because uh, they have such these extensive, incredible careers, and here I come. I'm like, let's
No,
give it a crack and see what happens. But they would never know. They just treat me exactly the same way, like I've been working just as long as them, and which really helps me because I have to very quickly drop into Jacqueline and find her. And
right.
it was a great environment to be unraveling characters and personalities and emotions with. And it was a really lovely experience.
Yeah, that's great. And Alec Baldwin too. I know you had a couple scenes with him, and he's playing such a serious character, but I know, he's hilarious in real life. Was he
Hilarious.
cracking jokes in between takes, or was he kind of,
Yes.
yeah, well,
But
okay.
he also carries an incredibly strong presence. So
Yeah.
when he plays Captain Hal, he's like, we all like, when
Yeah, yeah.
we walk into that office in real life, we're like, what? He comes in with such power. We're all like, we all shrivel. So all these big, strong, crazy characters, all of a sudden, we get our shit together quick when we're in
Yeah.
that office. You know what I mean? So we would laugh about that as well, all those office scenes. And so having him in there and sort of, yeah, he's hilarious between takes. He says
Yeah.
some so funny stories and stuff. So that's the treat of working with these guys as well. You get a little insight to some fantastic stories about their careers and that. So I'm always learning and listening, and it's really fun.
That's great. Yeah, and I was looking, at your list of upcoming projects you're involved in. I mean, it seems like you're quite busy these days. Is there a particular movie or TV show, something that's coming up yet to be released you're particularly excited about that you'd like to share about? I saw a number of things, so
There's a bunch of stuff. Yeah, I've been doing all sorts of random stuff. You know what's interesting? I've been getting thrown into more comedy again, which is where I sort of started with Whole
yeah.
Pass and stuff like that. I love comedy sets. They are the best sets to be on, I got to tell you. So there is a few things coming out. I just finished a TV series um, with some incredible actors in it. And it's a comedy. And I had a blast on this set. I hadn't done it. So I'm looking forward to seeing how that plays out and sort of things like this. Because, yeah, Crescent City is very intense. So it's always nice, too, that people can still see me in possibly a funny light and still hire me to play a silly, fun character as well. So I'm looking forward to seeing them come out too. I think, yeah.
Yeah, of course. I can't wait to see that. And in the meantime, of course, congratulations on Crescent City. And yeah, I can't wait for everyone else to see it.
Oh, thank you very much, love. Thank you.
Yeah, it's nice to meet you, and let's do this on the next one.
You got it for sure. Thanks, love.
Thanks. Bye.